is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
29-yard line.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break. Big screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Here's Huntley.
2nd and 3.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Colts first down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Huntley to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right, took it straight into the backfield, and made the tackle for a loss.
368. Nice. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 49.
3rd down, a shot here for Dolan. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a run with Montgomery. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Draw play. This is Hines. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. First down, a run with Cohen. is out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
49, 93, 52, 93, 44.
First and 10 for Dalton. And he fires one incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up second down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They run. Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Dalton, the screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
This is Hines. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
First down.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Check 15, check 15.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And there's a familiar sight. Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Bears take over
at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there, but it's going to be second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. And this will be caught by Mooney. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And this doesn't quite work out as well as planned. They'll forfeit a few yards as he's tackled just past the 15.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
36 yards on the play.
36 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd and
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Off play action. Huntley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Buying time to his left. And this one's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, Huntley. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
2nd down.
They run the option on 2nd down. And His throw here's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Third and long. Huntley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Sack.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton. And he's going to go down again. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Score Colts 21, Bears 14. Rodrigo.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Andy Dalton. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Tremon Smith on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jalen Johnson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Gun. Huntley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And Robinson with a big catch. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Off the play fake, Huntley. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Huntley. Space to maneuver at the 40. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
1st down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Quick pass out to Miller. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Moore brought him down.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And all the way down to the 35. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Play action. Huntley. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake. Huntley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
1st down, Indianapolis.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley looking for Campbell downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 24-yard line.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the...
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And able to find Graham, complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Dalton now to pass. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Dalton. And he finds Montgomery complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Pass complete.
It's third.
But no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
Off play action. Huntley. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Robinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 31, Colts 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end. And now it's second down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 3rd and 2, Huntley. And he's got some space here. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
To throw, Huntley.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Loss of 8 yards.
Huntley to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown. Touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing after the interception, Huntley. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Mike, 49. I got one. 49.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bears, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next.